Hey guys, welcome to this lecture, and in this lecture we are going to create our database in the PHP and MySQL. Two ways to create your database. First one is to create with the coding, and the second one to go to the XAMPP server, localhost PHP MyAdmin, and then here click on the new. So here you can see that simply you have to write your database name right here. Let's suppose I am just creating the database. Here is PHP, and where I just write PHP course 1. Okay, and then simply I have to create this database. So your database file is created right here. This is very simple way you have to create your database, and then you have to write your SQL queries with that. Okay, now here you would see that if you want to create something with the help of coding, so you have to write that simply PHP code and then close this PHP code right here. Don't confuse it about the new setting. So here I'm just creating the new setting of that, and this is just a graphic setting where I'm just changing right here. Now here you can see that I have to copy this code. This is a copy this code right here and paste it this code, because this code is using same as like here you can see that I'm just creating now every new query of MySQL with the object oriented style. Okay, now here I have to write MySQLi. Okay, now here you can see that, and here you can see that I have to create the database connection, then database username, and then here you can see that this is the database password right here. Now here you can see that I just write that if, and if here you can see that I have to write connection, and the connection here is I have to write that this will connect, and this is the connect underscore error right here. So simply use the die command, and here I have to write connection is failed, and then here I just concatenate my connection, and the connection here is, you can say that there is connect and the connect underscore error. Okay, and then I just close this code right here. Hope so you understand now. Now here you will see that I just remove this code from that, and here I have to go to the connections creating right here, or our connection is created right here, and now here we are going to create our database. So here I just write database, which is my variable here, which is equal to, here I just write SQL command. So the command is using to create the database here is, here I just write create database, this is database, and then you have to write your database name, which is I am just writing PHP course right here. So I am just writing this in the small name, so PHP course. So this is not mandatory you have to write a small or capital, this is up to you, you can write any name right here. Okay, here you can see that I just run a query where create the database, which is the name of PHP course. Okay, and then I just close this code right here. Now here you can see that I have to write if, this is if, and if here is connection, and the connection will run the query of that. Okay, and here I have to write that this is the database as the variable, okay, which is equal to true, and then here I have to write that echo, and echo here is database is created successfully. Okay, and then I just close this code right here. Now here I will go to the else statement, and the else statement here is, you can see that I just write echo, and the echo here is I have to run an error right here if the database connection is not created. So error in creating database connection, and I just close this code right here, and then here I have to concatenate then connection, and the connection here will run the error right here. Okay, you can see now. Now at the last here I have to write that this is connection, and the connection here is close. So one method which is using to close your connections right here, which is mandatory after creating your database, so that connection will close your database right here. Hope so you understand now that how you can create your connection, database, and if this database is created, so how you close your connection right here. Now here you can see that I just run this create database command right here, the file right here, and here you can see. So you could see that my database is successfully created, and when I just search this into the localhost and phpMyAdmin, refresh this, so you will find that this is the PHP course right here, what I am just creating the database name here. Hope so you understand now that how we can create our database with the help of PHP, XAMPP and the coding files. Now if you not understand this, so please let me know, and I am just explaining this code for you guys. This is our old code what we already work with, where I just set the connections name, username and the password. Now this is just a simple object oriented way of connection right here, where I just write a new, then this is variable of the connection, and there MySQL, then host name, then username and the password. Then here you can see that if connections will be if connection which is not created, so here that will create an error right here, which is connection is failed. Means that if connection is not created with the database, so that will generate an error right here. These all are our old code right here. Now here you can see that I just create a database. This is the variable right here. Now this is the MySQL command. So here you can see that create database. So firstly you have to write create command, and create command will create the database with the name of PHP course. Then here if this database is created successfully, so here firstly that will get the connection right here, then that will run the query, and then that will run this query which is saved in this variable database. And I just set this value as a true, means that this database query will run in any case. Now if this if this connection or if this database is created successfully, so simply run this message, and if this database is not created successfully, so run this query. After creating the connection, which is a mandatory command, so you have to close your connections, remember that. So you can see here I just remove this and run this code right here. So you can see here error in creating the database connection and cannot create because this is already exists. So here you can see that if I just not close this connection, so connection will continuously running right here. So this is very important that you have to close your connection as well. So if you cannot close, so then leave it, it's up to you. So this is just our database creations in the PHP and MySQL. If you find any of the problem regarding to this lecture, please let me know, and thanks for watching this lecture.